Hey y'all, so this is my personal testimony. I grew up in a small community that centered around the local Baptist church, and I grew up with my family faithful going to that church through Sunday school and the youth program and all that good stuff. And I was raised up. My parents was actually involved in the church. It's called Mount Zion Baptist Church. Well, all my friends kind of went through the motions, and they went up and got saved and baptized when they was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and I never did because I never really understood. So I kept going on and learning more about why I needed to be saved and what was I to be saved from, and I kind of got all that, kept going through and getting that information. And it wasn't until I was 15, I don't remember the exact date, but it was on a Wednesday night prayer meeting. Brother Greg Hager was filling in for our regular preacher, and he was preaching on, he was a brand new preacher, and he was preaching on John 3:16 and kind of breaking it down and everything. And the Lord moved me, and I went up and gave my heart to Christ on that night. And a couple weeks later, I was baptized by the preacher there, Charles Cranford, the regular preacher. So from there on, I was pretty active in church, going through youth group and coming up and heavily involved into that and into as a young adult. But when I got early 20s, I got married. Me and my wife, we kind of felt that Sunset Forest Mount Zion wasn't where we were supposed to be at that time. So we started visiting some other churches, and we even went to some other denominations, and we couldn't find nothing. She'd find something she would like. I couldn't find nothing that I thought would fit or I agreed with. So I kind of went away from going to church for a little bit, and man, my life kind of really started going downhill. And then in 2022, we decided we was going to go to the church she grew up going to, and I hadn't been there in a while. We'd been there a couple times before, and I knew the pastor, but I hadn't been there in a while. So we walked in but she wanted to go, and so we walked in and sat down and listened to the message, and God moved on me during that message. I knew that's where we was supposed to be, and we went 2 more Sundays, and we ended up joining the church, and that's Sunset Forest Baptist Church, where we currently go now. And ever since we started going back and started going there and going back regularly, I can't talk, but going back, the Lord has opened so many opportunities up for me there that I become a deacon. So started serving. First I started serving as a Sunday school teacher, and then I served as a deacon. And then a year ago, March, the Lord called me to go into pastoral ministry and become a pastor. So as I continue to serve at Sunset Forest, I'm starting my journey on doing what the Lord has called me to do, and that's it. Thanks.